そうだ、味方だぜ。
Hello and welcome everyone to D6, where I, RCM, bring together friends from across the internet onto a D&D live stream show. Tonight, no real sponsors, just announcements, and that's pretty much it. So players can go ahead and wake up like almost immediately.
Resurrection. But what if I want to keep sleeping because of that fucking hour time change?
I was not ready for that either.
After watching Castlevania last night, why the fuck is it 4? Oh, right.
As soon as I messaged, it's like, man, I fucking hate daylight savings, and then everyone sprung awake.
Everyone hates it.
It's literally that Squidward meme where he just pops his eyes open and there's bloodshot everywhere.
All right, so tonight I have a couple of announcements. Try and get through them as fast as I possibly can. There will probably be no Friday video for the next couple of weeks. I'm going to be relatively busy. I was kind of busy this weekend and also had a lot to deal with. So there was no Saturday video on the GoFundMe update. But I really cannot stress enough, please do go check out the GoFundMe. And I'm sorry, did anybody ask for your opinion, boy?
No, we want his opinion. Let him speak.
He looked at me so angrily. He was growling. I love him. So please do go check out the GoFundMe. There are a couple of videos on my YouTube if you want to go ahead and see those. Or if you just go ahead and click the link down to my Twitter, it is pinned. I'm currently going through a moving situation, and I am going to need as much help as possible with that. The second announcement on the Patreon, in case you guys don't know, our wonderful patrons over on Patreon continue to support the show. However, recently there has been a change on the Patreon, changing the $1 tier to the $2 tier. The $1 tier is no longer published. It is going to be deleted very, very soon. I'm just trying to make sure that everyone acclimates to the new $2 tier as smoothly as possible. So if you guys are wondering about that, please do go check it out. Every dollar helps. This helps me not just only with moving and all of this, but also with what will hopefully be happening in the near future. And I can't thank everyone enough for that. All right, so that's me. That's me. Oh, sorry. Last thing. Art. I don't think I pushed hard enough to noting that if you wanted to get your art pieces in before the new pre-roll, because we started our new pre-roll today. If you want to get your art shown on the pre-roll at the beginning of the new month, I'm actually going to give an extra couple weeks leeway for April, because we aren't streaming for 2 weeks, which is the end of March and the beginning of April because of the move. So I'm going to give a couple of extra weeks into April, so that way anybody that wanted to get their art pieces done and wants it to be shown at the beginning of the show, please, by all means, tag us over on Twitter using the hashtag D60R, and Bracky will tell you the rest. I'm all breath today. I'm all breath. All right. So, Boo, how you now?
Hey, I'm doing pretty okay. I've been streaming a lot more recently, and everybody loves Cobb, so I'm going to be drawing him more often over at Twitch TV. Yeah!
Yeah.
He's that screamy kobold, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
I saw that. I
He's
love him.
definitely on crack. He's definitely on crack. Anyways, I'll be drawing him and a bunch of other stuff on Twitch TV/Boo Radley throughout the week, and I'm open for commissions nearly every week, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah. All right, Bracky, how you now?
Hi, I'm Bracky, aka Bracky Sword. I play River, the Halfling Fighter. Don't have much going on other than I'm going to be working on some art that I need to finish. I just need to get that done. I'm just being a little out of the loop, but we're gonna work on that during the week. Doing some gaming streams at twitch.tv/BrackySoid. I've been going through World of Final Fantasy, which is like a spin-off, nothing but just fan service for Final Fantasy fans. And as Yara already mentioned, if you want to share anything regarding your art or fan art or comments regarding the campaign, you can do so on Twitter by using the hashtag D6DR and tagging us with our Twitter handle, which you can see below our portrait or character portraits down on the screen.
Yeah.
Other than that, gonna be working. I didn't promote it last time, but I'm getting into the whole YouTube video making.
Yay!
These stories.
Yay! Well, we pushed it
Yay!
for you. Actually, we were very keen on making sure everyone saw it.
Do it though.
You gotta get subscriber.
Really excited to get into it more. So I just been thinking of what to do for next one, but hopefully by next weekend I'm gonna have something to show. That would be it for me.
I am excited for you, and I can't wait to see it.
Yeah.
Yay! All right, Caitlin, how you now?
Hello, I'm CaitlinC37. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at CaitlinC37, where I do a whole lot of art. Commissions are currently closed, but give it a couple of streams where you can see me working on those commissions, and I should be back open soon. So if you have any characters or weapons or maps or things like that you want done, hit me up at my Twitter, and then you can watch it on Twitter.
I think I made a mistake.
What's
I think I made a mistake in the art video.
Oh, that you call me CaitlinC36 instead of 37?
Yeah.
Yeah, you did that on the last one too. It's okay.
Why has nobody corrected me?
We have!
We have actually.
What has been happening with me?
You just refuse
That's
to
actually been on a
listen.
couple of streams. A couple of people on the stream have actually
you
noticed that
refuse
too.
to listen.
But that's okay. It doesn't matter. My name is under my Helena picture.
Yeah.
So,
Caitlin,
That's all that matters.
It's
so
Caitlin
when you see
C36.
Caitlin C36, it's actually 37.
Franz is still a human, though.
That's intentional.
I don't want that to be changed ever. He is the human.
Yeah. That's intentional, but this is a mistake. All right, Mal, how you now?
I'm doing all right. You can find my Twitter at Sir Malervik right there under my name, and you can also find my Twitch at twitch.tv/Sir_Malervik. I tend to play tactics games.
You don't have an opinion here, Banjo.
No.
Yes, he does. Let him speak. I want to hear his opinion. Speak up, Banjo. What do you got to say?
No,
God
Mal.
damn
Continue, Mal.
But in any case, on my Twitch channel, you can see me playing Dawn of War 2 with my friend Blood Mage, and probably in the near future starting up Yakuza 0.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's on sale for like $5, and it's completely worth it.
Wait, what? $5? That's it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A whole $5.
Ouch.
Yeah,
damn.
Yakuza 0, Kiwami, and Kiwami 2 are all on sale for a very large amount off.
Oh,
They're all worth it.
I've never played that before, but I want to now.
You should. It's delightful memes.
Nice.
It's a gripping gripping Japanese crime drama, and then a shit ton of memes.
And then a man comes out of a sewer grate
That's in
Sorry, what?
Kiwami 1.
every day, all the time.
You can't forget about Mr. Shakedown. He's always
Mr.
there.
Shakedown is the best.
Anyway, I'm done.
All right, Zeta, how you now?
Hi. Hello, my fellow humans. I am once again here to ask you to check out my stuff at twitch.tv/Zito. You can also find, well, not right now. I literally just put it out on Patreon not like 5 minutes ago. But it will be out on DM's Guild after tonight's game. I have created the Oath of Spite Paladin, and that is now available on my Patreon if you want to get it right this second, but it will be available after this game on DM's Guild sooner rather than later. That's
Yay.
my announcement. And then twitch.tv/Zito if you want to watch me fucking flail around with indie games. I've been playing Noita mods, so, you know, if you fire a wand, the black hole appears, everything's great, and then you're dead. Restart the run. Cool one.
Wait, what? No.
But what if we don't do that?
You could be a lesser coward and fucking not play with mods.
Fair enough. All right. Dry, how you now?
Hi. Hello. I have no announcements. Let's play.
Yeah.
All right. Good
Yeah.
to know. Oh no.
Oh no.
Whoa. Oh
Did
no.
something break?
Break Canis again.
All
No,
right, he
I
did
just
it.
never opened the iPad.
Oh.
I see.
Hello, dog.
Dorg.
Okay. So,
Put him in charge of the iPad.
whoever puts me in charge of the iPad needs to be fired. Oh, good. The iPad is
Exactly.
at 13%.
Fantastic.
Oh boy.
Tonight is going well. Tonight is going without a hitch. So, in the meantime, let's go ahead and jump on into tonight's episode of D6. So, as our party had just left the prime material plane, they all find themselves within the Feywild after being chased down by a old snake cult, meeting Lionel's father, meeting an ally of Lionel's father, and also interacting with some displacer beasts and some water nymphs. Find themselves finally within the Feywild in search of the Starbound Tome and a meeting with King Oberon himself, who was not as fond as people, not very fond of an individual. So, in doing so, after the back and forth with Helena and Oberon, found that just gave a final warning and was sent back into the Sealy, where they all now began to visit Helena's home, and subsequently also an individual coming inside that home and with an arrow knocked and aimed at this man. And that's where we had left off. All right, so
I think River was the only one.
I think River was the only one who
River
pulled a
jumped up on
weapon.
the table with
Yeah,
the
what
fucking...
the fuck are you talking about? It's just-
with the
With a
weapon
kitchen
drawn.
knife. No, he has a kitchen knife.
I have a fork. Ah!
Yes, even better.
all right. Oh no.
Wow, are you playing a battle map? What the fuck's happening?
Oh, God.
You're gonna fight
Oh,
me
no.
again.
Initiative.
Nope.
No.
Kill it.
Roll for initiative. I'm sorry,
He's a
Helena.
14th level Eldritch Knight.
Oh, great. I would not be surprised at this point.
No. I have a solution to my problem. All right. So.
Brother, would you kill your own daughter? Who are you?
Yes,
Yes, I've done it
Daughter.
before.
you're not the first.
The hubris to believe you an only child. Your dad fucks.
Your father
I guess.
knows his way around, child.
My good old daughter, Helena.
Oh,
Oh, yes, to my boy.
Ah,
Horatio.
yes. Who could forget the family dog?
Rat boy.
Who could forget Rat Boy?
His name is Bort. They're out of boards.
Oh, God.
Okay, Caitlin, you can tell us, at what percentage are you pissed at us now?
Not even slightly.
Excellent.
Oh, yes, who could forget dear Rat boy?
Yeah, right.
Quit chewing on the drywall.
I am the Rat King.
All right. So, as you are all sitting at a table, you guys see as a man walks around the corner. Even for an elf, middle age is always graceful aging, and you can see he with what is short, well-cut hair and what looks like to be purple highlights coming out of it, and with what looks like to be like senator robes from certain kinds of movies, as he's now standing there shocked and screaming that there is a tiny child on his table with a fork.
I didn't know your dad worked for Law and Order.
Politician. Hello, father.
Daughter?
Canis will throw River off the table.
No,
It's all right, darling.
Don't make me whole person, you.
sorry, just startled
Did
me.
someone say whole person?
No, we don't need to hold anybody.
No, Karu, we're fine.
At least not at the
Oh,
moment.
okay.
Helena gets up and she kind of holds her arms out wide. Hello, Dad. Did you miss me?
Well, I certainly not expecting you, but it's strange that you're home. So, it's been far too long. I'm sorry. Your friends, I'm assuming.
Ah, yes. These are my traveling companions and friends, as you say, and I introduce everybody.
Brevity.
Yep.
Oh,
Howdy.
Good.
he looks at you oddly, River. Right.
What?
Nothing. It's just, I wasn't expecting a person on my table.
Brandishing a
Wasn't
knife.
expecting
by the
someone
way.
when I was on that table.
Any which way.
Not
I
everyone's
am
an adventurer, River.
I am Tanith Athronus. I am Elena's father.
Yes, it's a surprise to see you home, actually. What are you doing?
Well,
Aren't you usually off
co-
at work?
well, the courts are dismissed for the time being. We'll be returning tomorrow morning. I just came back and wanted to gather a few new clothing and hopefully make a decently warm meal.
Wow, I can't believe the man-child's ripple effect actually shut down the government.
I'm sorry?
We've recently met King Oberon.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh, indeed.
He was very mean.
Well,
He's an asshole.
please.
Helena-
I'm quite shocked people still live
he
here.
holds his hand up. Please. I understand that the king is a very unsettling creature, but please refrain from speaking so poorly of him. It's not healthy in anyone's mind, honestly.
He is rather right, unfortunately. I'm a little worried about what the lot of you said outside the gate. She says, kind of giving certain people just a slight scolding look.
Oh,
We
why
already
no?
know we're not welcome here.
Yeah,
No.
they already don't want us here. Why bother?
It's true, but
Yeah, I can go back to
I will
you.
admit, it is quite strange that creatures of the unseelie are here, but we do get them every now and again. There are
People keep
those that
saying
are
that.
untrusting.
Who keeps saying that word? What does unseelie mean?
It
in a
is
nutshell, not us.
the Seelie are the ones that are within the kingdom. And the unseelie are those not within the kingdom.
Ah.
In layman terms for you primers. Anyway.
I
why
feel
do I
like I
feel
should be
insulted by that?
insulted.
He's technically right. For a second, I thought he was a primate, but no, it's primus.
But primers are those who are from the primaterial
prime
plane
material
around
plane.
here.
Yep.
We have a very particular word for that, but it's less tasteful.
A direct insult, I take it.
Oh,
Oh, now I'm curious.
Helena sips her tea. Yes, you'll find that a lot around here.
Anyway.
Yes.
Anyway, I am going to imagine nobody was on my table, and I'm going to take a long bath. It's good to see you,
Helena.
Helena.
Helena kicks up her shoes onto the table. Good to see you too, Father.
I swear.
Oh.
Well then,
I want to step on the table again.
I'm going to go take a bath. And he puts down with what looks like to be a small satchel, and he finds himself in another room.
River's just going to sneak up
What's-
Booger under the table.
What's in the satchel?
Go ahead and look.
All right. That
All right.
perception.
As you open up the satchel, it is piles of paperwork. Just an excruciating amount of scrolls that seem like they are official to the courts of the Sealy. Some are designated investigation papers to kind of give light of what has been the situation with the portals outside of the kingdom. And then some other papers talking about some laws or deregulations and stuff like that. It is painfully politics.
What does the one about the portals say?
As far as the update goes, a majority of them have just been closing. This might be in conjunction with on the other side of people going into Lycia Bay and closing those portals. About 13 of them had closed since you left. And there are still about, roughly from what they've been able to tell, another 45 to go.
I'll roll it back up and tuck it back into his bag. All right. Well, I suppose now's time for a plan of attack. I assume we're going to want some items.
Well, apparently we need them, so...
Are we allowed to even purchase any?
I wouldn't see why we wouldn't be.
Hopefully. I have some backup plans if needed. But Helena shrugs. I mean, it's giving them money. It's not necessarily helping them. If they wanted to help us, they'd just give it to us for free now, wouldn't they?
I still have a sense that some of them will be more than willing to screw us over.
Oh, yes, absolutely. But, like I said, I have a backup plan, if need be.
well, can't we just reason with this, what's his name?
The Thunderlord?
The Thunderlord?
It's a theoretical possibility, but I don't want to risk it and go in completely
Defenseless?
defenseless, yes.
That is fair.
From,
So how would we-
from what I... Oh, go ahead.
No, you just go ahead.
I know. I just wanted to say that I know understand that the elves tend to be good for magic. Would they happen to have anything for resisting like lightning? We have a walking rod and
Oh,
just motionless guidance.
Yes, we definitely need to try to find something for you in particular, if anything. So, I don't know specifically. I would certainly hope so, considering that we are, in fact, so close to this area. But for all I know, perhaps they're sold out, perhaps there are none, or perhaps they
Right.
won't help us.
Or perhaps they sell it for more.
I have a feeling that if there's anyone who's going to help us, it's going to be closer to the border of the city, since they're the closest to the wilderness.
Well,
Those
my
of the
backup.
lower class, I presume, who would care less for Oberon.
Helena smiles. I was thinking more my guild, really.
Oh.
They're not... We're not technically working for Oberon. It's just, if he calls for us, well... Can't really say no, now can we?
You're an assassin guild? I'm not hearing a no.
Helena does like that hand waver thing.
It's not that you didn't. It's not that you didn't give the answer. It's that it took a while to give an answer. Was the shaky bit. 5 seconds should not have passed on that answer.
Are you a murderer?
Do you kill people in the name of your country?
Why does everyone in this party commit crimes?
I don't.
What are you talking about crimes?
Well, assassination is a crime, isn't it?
Yes.
Only if you get caught.
Exactly.
It doesn't
You have
matter.
to-
Ron!
Brad, what have you done?
I mean, ultimately, you don't really
Nothing
have
you
any
can't
proof,
prove.
so, there's
Flash,
that.
flashback to Franz being Heisenberg.
I can't prove it. Okay, Franz, based on you saying that, I have a feeling that if I part your beard, there will be some damning evidence in there.
How many
And no-
skeletons are in there?
No, stepping on a bug doesn't count either.
It wasn't a bug, but I can't explain that anyway. Please, let's move on to a new conversation.
Anything is free in life if you steal it.
That's fair.
So says God. All right, so so as what it seems like several hours have passed, it seems like the lighting has not changed, but you get a faint feeling the ever dawning hues of orange are now beginning to slightly fade towards a glistening purple. As
So
it
daylight
begins to-
savings time.
Yeah.
No, God.
It was the Fae all along.
Damn it.
I can't believe the Fae want to go
We're on
more.
Faylight
They
saving
want-
time.
They wanted more time to talk to the trees.
We're on Faylight
does this
saving
count-
time with Fay deer and Fay
I
guns.
like,
Does this count as a short rest?
And Fae Golf.
Yes, this is a short rest.
Sweet.
Take those.
I don't think I have anything that recovers on a short rest. Damn.
I need to recover 1 key point.
at least I get my spell. I assume I get my spell back.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
a wizard, so you get a number of spell slot levels equal to your wizard level.
All right.
So that's all of them. Cool.
Yeah.
Sweet.
All right. So
Or it's either your wizard level or wizard level divided by 2 rounded down.
I'm fine. It's fine. I got my
I'm
shit
top.
back.
I just needed to kill a little bit. That's it. But I wanted to try some of like. Does Helena have any other foods? Anything from here?
Apart from this needle that is called bread.
Yeah, this fake bread and fake cheese. Where's the fake cheese?
We have no cows in the
Do we?
Feywild.
Do we have any food in the house?
all cheese is made out of milk. You're not sure what
Yeah.
cheese this is, but it's
Mushroom
it's
cheese.
from
Fey-yak.
somewhere. Yeah,
Yeah, fake cheese.
from some
I'd like to believe
creature
that-
within the Feywild.
Dude, I'd like to believe that myconids are being used like
Oh.
dairy material.
Man, there was a slight hint of me wanting you guys to go to the Underdark, but that never happened.
Nope. We committed crimes instead.
Yeah. Crimes were more important, apparently.
Yep.
They always are.
All right.
I mean, no, they're not.
Yeah.
So,
Helena
Helena,
gives- Hmm?
I-
Go ahead.
Do you want to stay here for a night? I think I don't know. How do you qualify a night here?
And the sky is no longer purple.
Well, I was gonna say, so we probably don't have a night here, right? Technically,
No, you have a night here.
we do.
Yeah.
I mean,
He,
we can. It'll. How is it? How dangerous is it out at night?
it says dangerous is just being out there in the day.
Wait, no, wait.
It's
How
the
long is it? No.
Feywild.
We went with Lionel's dad like in the morning, so it hasn't even been like an hour since. the
No, we
morning.
had to like go during the full moon, so that we went. In the
Oh,
middle
it was
of the night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never mind.
And when we got here, it was, I guess, late afternoon. So
I mean, I feel like we should be fine if we just decide to travel and just rest there. I don't know.
question, River, can you see in the dark?
No,
Neither can I.
I can make torches. And just pull out
Neither
the torch.
can I.
A lit
You can't
torch.
see any at all, my darling.
But I can feel it.
That is true.
I still don't get how that works.
Oh,
It's really simple. You see.
You can't.
anyway, focusing. Do you want to stay here? I'll admit it's going to be dangerous either way.
I mean, I don't think we need to rest. Do we?
No, I'm good.
I think we should be fine if we just try to get what we can and go.
Not to mention with the time dilation thing that you said, and we might not get help on that. We cannot risk a day passing.
Yes, I agree. Well, come along then. And Helena will lead them out the door to what I would know is to be like any kind of magic store. Anything that would sell resistance potions or weapons or anything like that.
We fucking
River
leave
is
out the
just-
front door, and Helena goes upstairs to her old room and leaves out the window.
River is just going to leave a
habit.
booger underneath the table.
So, there are a few shops here within the Sealy Kingdom that do sell in particulars of what you need. One shop in particular that does professionalize in alchemic brews. You're not too familiar with the shopkeeper, but you know they sell several kinds of goods.
Hello, potion seller.
It's a tea shop.
Yep. Helena will poke her head in. Hello.
Oh, hello. Helena, I believe.
Ah, yes.
Yes, it's a good thing I got the name.
Helena looks blankly at him. Do I remember his name?
Yes, you. Who could forget you? Good old.
Good old rat boy.
Trevor.
Merchborn Johnson.
Bill.
You know him as Ganae, or Gennae, Ganae. He's probably caught you running around in those streets over the years. You and the other kids causing trouble, but he does. The Whispering Winds are not solely unknown, but the Arthronis name, especially their child, is pretty here and there.
Yep. Yes, I was hoping to purchase some of your wares for myself and my dear companions here.
Okay. I mean, I have many mixes. If you so,
Specifically, it was lightning, right? Lightning, probably lightning and thunder, if we can.
Lightning in, like, preferably.
I mean, lightning and sonic damage.
Sure.
It's thunder in 5e.
It's thunder.
I know.
Preferably lightning is something to resist that.
That is relatively certain kinds
Is there
of
is there
mixture.
anything like goo we can cover Canis on?
Do Do you have a really big
Pardon.
poncho?
Oh, something to give you a nice little rub down, darling.
Don't have a poncho. I do
Ponchos.
maybe have a few mixtures in the art of preventing lightning damage.
The
You can
points
definitely
are-
tell he has a very particular
Yeah,
way
I
of
noticed.
talking.
Helena's slowly getting more impatient. Yes, whatever you can. Point me to it, and we can just grab it and go.
Yeah.
Very well. I have a few lightning resistances right here, and he holds up with what looks like to be a thin blue flask bottle that he that seems to have etched naming on the side, which might be for his shop. These do go about 200 gold pieces each.
How many do you have?
I have 3.
How long do they last?
For about a few hours, if I am correct.
A few being...
This is actually Aaron not knowing. I believe it's like 8 hours? Not 8.
Resist element?
Let's see.
Resist element lasts nothing like that long.
No.
Oh man, what if we go to the Thunder Palace and it's just water types?
Oh, Christ.
This ain't Temtem.
1 hour.
1 hour. Okay.
Not something for traveling.
No, that'll probably be for last minute.
For when we arrive.
Helena bats her eyes. Anyway, I could convince you for a little bit of a discount.
He looks at you and he looks at the rest of your party. He's just like, you are always known as a bit of a troublemaker.
Nonsense. Look, I'm trying to save our home. By King Oberon's words himself.
Make a persuasion check.
Alright. It's not awful, but it's not great either. 13.
13. 175.
That's better.
I think we
Yeah.
can do that. What do we think?
I mean, we have 141 in the account. I can put wait a minute. No, I can do
put down a bit
one.
too. I could
Purchase my own.
Alright. I could purchase one as well if we needed it.
And I can use the money from the account plus some of my own to get the other one.
All right then.
Very well. And he hands you guys what is little leather pouches with the vials of lightning resistance in them. So you all have one. That's going to cost you 175
75.
each. Yeah.
All right. Adding that in.
Alright. Potion of lightning resist?
Yep. It'll last for 1 hour. So you take half damage to all lightning damage for 1 hour.
Okay. Thank you kindly.
Thank you for your
Helena's already walking out the
business.
door.
Oh my god.
All right. So you find yourself back into the streets of the city.
He seemed nice.
Yes, it's very
Very old.
terribly annoying if you're in a hurry like we are. But
You don't say every second needs like maybe a day or a month, but a year.
Who knows how long a second lasts here? Maybe a day lasts 15 minutes. I don't know.
It's really
Frankly-
best not to. It's really not best not to think about it too hard. You'll just stress yourself out.
I agree. So should we be on our way then?
I suppose so,
Probably.
unless we want to try for anything else. But if
Is
you
there
want
anything else along the way?
We
Is
have the
there anything that-
resistances. I don't know if anyone else was thinking of something they need.
Actually, hold up. Un momento, por favor.
Give me 1 second.
actually double hold up, an armory.
Actually,
Okay,
Everyone, hold on.
everyone, everyone,
Full-body
hang
rubber
on.
condoms for everyone,
Hold up.
making the lightning resist potions worthless.
Also,
You know what?
if we
Just
go back,
pause
to my
line.
hometown, I'm so getting that costume for Lionel. Sombrero and a poncho. Fiesta Lionel.
Guys?
Yeah.
Alright. So, what are you looking for?
Armory.
Armory? I mean, most elven cities don't really, take too much regard in armory, or making weapons. I mean, there's the standard, blacksmith where you can just buy the usual stuff.
What's the difference between a blacksmith in the prime material plane and a blacksmith in, Elvish world?
Usually a lot of their stuff is just made, and it's not in exactly pristine quality. A lot of elvish weapons are mostly magically imbued or not.
Very specifically, I'm trying to find mithril armor.
That is actually well within that range. So there is one person that you know within the connection of the Whispering Winds that can help you with that.
Ooh. Okay.
So,
If you darlings don't mind, just do one last little detour. Just hoping to perhaps get a little bit better protection. She says, just kind of pulling at her leather armor.
Sure thing.
yeah, go
Of
for it.
course.
all right.
Come on, we get to go meet my guild.
There was actually one more other thing I just realized. Is there someone around here I can get through curse off the gun?
To get what?
To get
Decurse the gun.
To decurse the gun so I can actually use it.
Possibly.
To remove curse.
Possibly.
But,
The
nowhere to put him.
I mean, make an investigation check.
Who? Me?
Yeah.
Okay.
With advantage because Helena is here as well.
Oh, I've rolled a
It's her
17 plus 8. Double 17, so
Okay.
plus
Uh,
8, that's like what, 20. It's like 26 or 27.
There is a shop near the main gates of the castle, near Helena's home. This place is known for tinkering with magic and getting the baseline understanding of what it is that imbues magic into items. So if that gives you an idea for the shop.
Cool. Well, if they could if they can get this curse off the gun, that'd be great.
All right, then we'll get to you in a moment, and then
Sure.
We'll send so everyone, you find yourselves walking within the far east area of the castle city. Here you find with what looks like to be an almost plain looking building. Here you see several individuals much like Helena. Each one having a certain visual quirk to them, though, as most Eldrins have a certain byproduct of the Feywild changing their physicality. Some have almost golden nails. Others have moving, inking tattoos on their bodies. And here you see with what looks like to be a couple of individuals standing by a door and quickly letting in Helena along with all of you as you find yourselves within the Whispering Winds, their den. And you see several individuals looking and scanning all your faces.
Hello, everybody. Good to see you again.
And everyone collectively goes, Helena! Everyone's so excited to see you specifically.
Yo.
It seems like a lot of your childhood friends, especially the ones that helped you with your troublemaking antics, are all here.
Splendid. I squeeze some people's hands, give some a hug, all that good stuff.
And they used to be in Elvish, like
They are. A majority of them are talking in Elvish.
I can understand it.
One does stop you, Helena. What's his name? What's his name?
he just goes, "Yeah, what the hell are those things?"
You see Birals. He was a newbie when you were about to leave, and he finally stops by. He's like, "Hey, so what was it like? What's the prime material plane like?"
It's certainly very different, as you can see, and she points to her companions.
Oh wow!
Definitely a lot of variety.
Wow, they're very interesting. He's a young looking elf man, probably a little bit more younger than Helena here. His hair parts down on both sides. However, his visual quirk is that it seems like he has lines running from his eyes all the way down his face, and they seem to split off towards the end, almost like accentuating those features. It's super weird. It's like somebody inked his face perfectly, and he's coming out of like this 2D plane into a 3D physical being.
Oh,
my
God. He's cell
Oh
shaded.
boy.
Oh god, he's so jaded.
It's a Borderlands NPC.
Oh,
I'll be happy to give you more stories later, but for the time being, we're unfortunately on a little bit of a time crunch.
Oh yeah. Who are you looking for today?
I say who I'm looking for.
You are looking for the Smith. He only refers to himself as the Smith. He's here, currently working on some of our pieces that we kind of broke. Anyway, he is downstairs if you want to go see him.
All right. Yes.
All right. And everyone kind of gives you their space. Yeah, exactly like that. That's what I was thinking of.
Oh, it looks so good.
Yeah.
Oh.
So as you guys begin to pass through several of the doors, it seems like a very lively place for a thieves guild. And by the time you get down, you hear the almost the slight ringing of a hammer and anvil, only clean and like a song as he is working away. And as you guys open the door, you see with what looks like to be the graceful female figure who is currently just pinging away what looks like to be the dents on armor and kind of just farming it back almost magically. And she looks up.
Smithy.
Canis ruining her song just walking around.
Oh, that is very loud. Hello?
Hello. Yes, I know. I can't really do anything with him, unfortunately. But I was hoping.
What are we going to
I
part
did
of
a-
you?
It's good to see
What?
you, Helena. I could hear them singing your song upstairs.
Indeed.
Anyway,
Can't stay for too long, I'm afraid, but I was hoping I could purchase something from you.
I have many wares, as you know.
Was looking specifically for some mithril.
For you, I'm pretty sure I might have something. What are your particulars like?
Sorry?
She wants to know what would be your general classification. If I remember correctly.
She, where's my armor? I can do light armor, medium armor, anything like that.
You can do heavy. You got the fighter level.
That is true. I can also do heavy now.
Fighter.
Let's see.
Me.
You need to look for something that doesn't interrupt your girl stealth.
Yeah. Specifically
Mithril
that.
stone.
I've made nothing in the heavier classification. If I did, I would just throw it at that one. Let's see.
It's alright. Lighter medium will do. I just need something that will give me a little more protection, but still be quiet. It's already proven to be a little bit of a problem here and there, she says, giving a slight head tilt to Canis.
It wasn't built to be quiet.
Yes, it's the problem.
Hmm.
Imagine how much lightning you wouldn't have to dodge if you were quiet.
Don't need to dodge it so long as I'm wearing this.
Well then.
Darling, you're a walking lightning rod.
It wouldn't be too complicated, but I do have one breastplate in particular of the size that you are looking for. It would be a little ill-fitted, but nothing. A couple of leather straps that wouldn't be too far out of the way.
I think I can handle that. How much would it be?
For you, Helena, 750. And that is at the behest of the guild. The stuff is not easy to find.
What does Mithril do?
Mechanically, it makes it so that you no longer need a minimum strength in order to use the armor, and it removes any disadvantage on stealth.
That's actually quite good. That makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, so you can have a suit of mithril plate mail, and it doesn't make noise.
And also, on top of that, this stuff generally is priced even in the even for a light category. This stuff is generally priced at 800 for something like this.
Yeah,
So
it's in the same ballpark as adamantine.
So you're getting a guild discount.
What if... Would you be willing to trade some things?
Depends on what you have. Depends on what you can give me.
Helena takes out her, the displacer beast, fur, leather, whatever.
Okay. Well, that is an out-of-market item. You don't get that stuff here very often, so...
We had 2 of those pelts, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Franz sheared one.
Yep.
And a head. Like that doesn't do much.
Let's see.
I should probably get that taken care of. I am looking for an armor.
They
set,
are each pelt, because they are out of market here. She'd be willing to pay 100 gold pieces for each pelt.
I still only have 150. Fortunately, I don't have a lot.
How much you missing?
Well, so it was 700, so then it would be knocked down to 600,
It's
and I
seven.
have 150.
It's 750.
It was 750. Okay, so knock that down to 650 to 550. So I'm missing 550.
550.
Yeah.
I mean, Franz could give you his 5 platinum pieces that he's never spent before. He really doesn't have no use for the money, so we'll just give it to you.
All right, so that'd be 500 left over. Because 1 platinum is 10 gold pieces.
Yeah, 1 platinum is 10 gold.
How much did we need?
Yeah.
So you would need 500 left
Yeah.
over.
I can throw another 150 from Canis.
Yeah, Gar's gonna dip into another 150 from him.
All right, so there's only 200 left over.
I still
Oh, 120
Well-
from River.
All right, so that's 80 gold pieces left over.
Well, what about this? And River is going to show the Liar's Emerald. It's
She
enchanted. Can change your color.
picks it up.
Considering we are from a thieves guild, that would be awfully handy for disguises.
For baseline cantrip enchantment, imbued into a crystal.
And it's permanent, as long as you wear it. No attunement required.
I'd price it at 50 gold pieces.
Oh, we're missing how much?
25,
30.
30.
30?
Yeah.
Gar's just gonna fucking dip in for the rest. It's okay.
What about a bar of soap?
I was gonna say Helena takes out a dagger. Could also sell this.
He's
Oh, yeah.
dropping all
How
over.
many, how many knives?
I have 2 daggers and a short sword, so it would be
If
fine if I lost one.
I'm not giving
I
you
wanted
guys a
weapons,
single
I would
cent because
make
I
them.
want to fucking make sure I get my goddamn curse taken off.
That is
That's
fine.
fair.
Completely fair.
That is fair.
If you want, Franz can give Helena his dagger because he's done using it.
If I wanted weapons, I'd just make them.
That is fair.
It's quite all right. I can. It's only 30 gold. Yes, I can cover it. He's gonna hand over the only 3 gold platinum pieces he has.
So, after a little bit of shuffling, a little bit to trade,
Shuffle.
We just get a giant football huddle and start just piling up money.
you guys finally scratch together the money and pay in full for a sizable breastplate of mithril for Helena. And after after a little bit of sizing and taping with what looks like to be several graceful moves here down in her workshop, strapped well together, and Helena, you now have a mithril breastplate.
For once, after she kind of looks at herself with all the armor, for once she kind of loses her sense of smugness and she actually bows to the group. Thank you.
I'm sure you look lovely. Does she?
River just gives her a thumbs up with the gigantic hands.
Just I'm slowly warming up to it.
Give me a hot second because I want to look up price like the bare minimum shit for clothing because I'm going to reveal to the chat and to everyone else here a little something fun. Let's see, 5e. Let me double check my armor things. So does this person sell just like regular bare minimum like pieces of clothing?
No, this person sells armor and weapons.
Oh, that's what I mean. Like say I wanted to get like a medium piece of armor, just like full stop, no extra things added to it.
Yeah. It would just be the general price in the player's handbook.
General price. All right, cool. Lionel meanders on up to her, puts down 50 gold pieces. A chain shirt, please.
Looks at you, slightly astonished. I might need to work on that. If you be more than willing to sit through the...
If we don't have the time, then forget it.
It's because you're,
Oh yeah, there's no size for you.
yeah.
Yeah, well, then that just bunked everything. We can't sit here forever, so fuck it. That's out. Never mind. Bit ruined.
Damn it.
No,
Damn it.
if you're more than willing to stay a couple of hours, it can be done. I just...
No,
you have
no,
for
we are
sure-
not. We are not.
Don't you have for short elves?
No, we're fine. Don't worry about
Do
it.
you have any Do you have any in child
No,
size?
guys, don't fucking worry about it because I'm already gonna get my fucking curse taken off this gun. So just forget it. The bit's over.
Okay,
Oh.
All right.
All right. Well, if that is everything, I will return to my work. Enjoy your new piece, Helena.
Question: how much can I get for the head of a displacer beast?
I'm sure there are people on your plane who would enjoy such taxidermy. I do not find enjoyment myself.
I was just curious. Sorry.
This was a good try.
Yeah, it's okay.
Perhaps we could find somebody else.
What has River been keeping that in?
Backpack. It's awful.
It's
Hammer
just
space.
stained red and
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
slurping.
about to say, it hasn't been cleaned at all, so it's just leaking
No.
blood and brain
Yep.
juice all over the
Yes.
goddamn place.
It's all over it.
There's just
Great.
so much
Whatever
gray
I-
matter.
I cast Sanctuary on the fucking thing.
Sanctuary.
Or Spare the Dying, whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah, I think it's Spare the Dying.
Okay.
I
So-
got that.
What now?
Helena, we need to go try to help Lionel with getting rid of his cursed gun. Then I think we can go.
All right. So, you guys travel back a bit west, kind of the same road where Helena's home is, and you stop short and find yourself on a street where there are several with what looks like to be mages and those of the magically inclined who decide to not only just use their innate magical abilities but also to further and expand upon them. You do find a shop which Helena has given note to. As you guys enter, you hear a loud explosion in the back room with what looks like to be dust and debris and smoke just billowing out of it. And you see with what looks like to be a wild-haired elven man and what looks like to be very strange spectacles as they are shaped like raindrops. And he looks up at you and is like, oh, hello. Sorry about that. Something went wrong with the spell. Anyway, hello. Hi, friends. All of you. Hi.
Lionel pats his spellbook. Yes.
You seem to be magically inclined there. Strange creature of the beyond. I imagine you from the Unseelie Forest. I don't know why you're here.
Prime material, but close.
Oh, well then, more than welcome. And you see his hand no longer under the table and now back atop the table.
I see.
So, how can I help you? And you guys still see billowing smoke coming out from the former room he was just in.
I'll roll an Arcana to see what he just cast.
Sure.
Okay, 26.
He didn't cast a spell. He tried to imbue magic in something that he probably shouldn't have, and it backfired.
Ah, I see. Well, maybe this might be easier for you. I see you had a little bit of trouble trying to put something, but how about taking something off of an item? I summon the chest and I pull out the gun.
Oh.
This has a curse on it, and I put it down in front of him.
And he waves his hand over it, and you see for a moment, you guys begin to see as he passes his hand over it, the snake motif that is on the gun begins to change and slither for a moment before it stops. That's not just cursed.
Oh.
If you had attuned to that, there might have been something inside of it.
And that is why I decided it would be best to let someone take care of this before I did that.
Well, this would be a lot more complicated to take care of in the sense of not only it being cursed, but there's something actually inside of it. I can't personally say that I'd be able to remove it. I mean, I'm skilled, but not that kind of skilled. And once again, you guys see the billowing black smoke from the former room beginning to fill the main area.
All right. Well, if that's the case, then I will just put.
Hold on. What are you saying, Canis?
No, from the black billowing smoke candles to just kind of prop the door open. Just let that billow out.
Yeah, it's there's air now circulating, but like it's a bit of an issue.
Is that possessed? Are you saying?
Yes, and also by something that might seem malignant to your well-being. I mean, I wouldn't dare to trust it.
Can we destroy it then?
Good luck.
Fine, just put it back in the chest. All right, 2 for 2. That was all I wanted.
Yes, I'm so sorry. I wish I was able to assist more in this.
Do you have a shield? Does this guy sell any shields?
You begin to look around, and it seems like a lot of his shop and wares is mainly for enchantment, and that takes time and money.
Okay, well, then we out. Never mind.
Well, you need a shield?
Again, I'm trying to fucking show off my new advancement, but 2 for 2, I haven't been able to.
Dang it.
Lionel. And she's going. River's going to hand Lionel her old shield.
It's a old wooden shield.
My old shield.
Yeah.
Yep. It's not great. It's not great, but.
Well, no, thank you. It's better than nothing. Are you certain you want to hand this over? Don't you need this?
Just take care of it. It's more sentimental than anything.
It's sentimental? Then, oh boy, I don't want to fucking ruin this then on you. You can have it back. Let's just keep going, guys. Don't worry about it. I'll find some way to fucking show off what I want to do later.
I'm pulling your leg. You'll be fine.
Guys, don't worry about it. Let's just go.
All right.
Okay.
Well, have a wonderful day. You hear sparks in the background. Oh, well, you might as well get back to that. And
The building's on fire as we leave.
yeah.
Lord, what is happening in there?
What a shitty fucking encounter.
Borealis.
Aurora Borealis?
In this time of day, it's the Feywild. Of course, this time of day.
Localized entirely within your shop? Yes.
Right.
So
May I see it?
No.
you find yourselves out within the main thoroughfare of the city.
River is gonna keep trying to push her shield towards Lionel. Take it. Take it. Come on. Come on, take it.
You want to
In the
take it?
meantime, Helena's leading him towards the exit. I think that's all we need, yes?
As much as we could get, I suppose.
Alright. Tally ho.
Tally ho.
All right.
Wandering around in the woods in the Feywild in the dark. What could possibly go wrong?
Oh, it'll be fine. It'll be no worse than anything. No.
Joke's on you. Everything here does necrotic.
Oh my god.
Stop it. All right.
I'm Lord Yeti, fuck.
So, as you guys find yourselves making your way out of the Sealy Kingdom, you once again are met with the ever-rolling colors of the Feywild. You see that the purple sky has definitely grown a shade darker since your arrival and short stay. As you guys head out, you see that there is the darkened forests, the thicket woods to the north end, as well as the ever-brewing storm to the far east. You guys, on foot, make your way there. It does take you guys a majority of the day before you begin to see the tree line and what looks like to be the border of a downfall of rain, just in the slight distance.
I will begin to start ritual casting the tower.
Okay. So, a now propped up Lionel's tower, and you guys hear the thick pattering of raindrops just beyond the windows, and it doesn't stop all throughout the night. It seems persistent in its storm.
Hey, real quick, I'm going to morph the windows and the door to be on the 3rd floor.
Okay.
Would I be able?
Is that
Would I
possible?
be able to try something during the night?
Well, let me check that real quick.
Okay, because I was about to say, like, I would need a spell slot to cast it, yes, but it also says here that you can alter the tower based on another spell slot used. So if I cast 3 and then use a single one, I can alter the hut and I can alter the tower in some way. So I want to just erase the door.
Oh.
I don't want shit getting in here.
I'll keep watch.
Yeah.
Fair point.
Helena doesn't need to sleep, and frankly, she doesn't want to sleep, so she'll stay up too.
Okay.
We all can escape out of here. There's still a trap door on the top roof.
Yeah. That's actually probably where Helena would be, is just on the roof.
Alright. So, Lionel.
She saves 3 to 4 hours to, get her quote-unquote rest,
Sleep.
but...
Yeah.
Yeah. The meditation.
Yeah. But for the rest of the night, she'll help keep watch with whatever, or whoever.
Okay. So, as you guys begin to find rest here, is there anything you want to do?
Yes.
Alright.
I will wait during my watch time. As soon as I know Lionel, Franz, Kanos, and the others are sleeping, I want to sneak to the upper rooms of the tower.
Okay, try to sneak past me.
Alright, make a stealth check.
Because the second to top floor is my bedroom.
Yeah, I'm trying to get into your bedroom.
Oh.
Make a stealth check.
Just knocks the fucking hatch open. Lie down! Ah!
Destroy it.
Make a stealth check.
I mean, you don't have
River got a lamp smashed over her head.
River just pulls the fucking Homer Simpson meme. Lionel, I don't want to alarm you, but there's something I need.
There's a boogeyman in that.
You want to check my chainsaw? No. It's going to be an 18.
Okay, Lionel, what are you doing?
He's sleeping.
He's sleeping?
Either I'm sleeping or I'm fucking sitting at my desk looking over notes and shit.
I wanted to.
Well, which one are you doing in specific?
I mean, if we're just getting rest, then I'll just go to sleep.
Okay. For the sake of the argument, you open the hatch quietly, not a single squeak, and you slowly enter Lionel's room and silently and slowly close the hatch. You
I'm not
hear a
trying to close it.
sleeping Apsu.
I'm going to leave next to his bed or wherever he's hanging the shield and a note that says "Stop being so stubborn," and she's going to leave the room.
Okay. Make another stealth check because you have to go through this door again.
No, like he kept the door open, so.
Rolling that one.
Yeah, but she has to close it.
16.
Oh.
16? Okay.
Why did I close it?
Yeah, you didn't. Like, didn't you say you didn't close it?
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I'm
but-
just going in
But
and
if you're,
out.
As you
if you're leaving, would you close
Grab it and you pull it over as silently and as slowly and as easy as possible. Closes. And you make your way slowly and silently down the stairs.
The shield rolls down the stairs and hits her in the back of the head.
That's it. That's all I
Some
wanted.
Macaulay Culkin shit.
Painting can't.
Alright, anything else for anyone else?
Helena's just up at the top of the tower, keeping watch.
Make
In the
a
middle of the
perception check.
rain?
Perception check. I mean, yeah, what little watering can.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, okay, Helena is sitting upstairs on the fucking roof, watching the trap door, and meanwhile, you know, I like to go to sleep sometime. Getting water all over my books.
Helena has a +10 to her for Anyway, it was an 18.
18? Helena, somewhere in the slight distance in the corner of your eye, just beyond the ever-rolling high grass and slightly treaded roads, something just out of the corner of your eye just moves.
Helena is going to keep watch in that general area, see if she can better see it.
Make another perception check.
Alright.
Ooh, that wasn't any better.
That was a 13.
13? Nothing that you're able to see as you're staring intently at this area.
Helena will just kind of slip out a dagger, and she'll just kind of keeping watch.
Okay. Alright, anybody else?
Nope.
I think the rest of us are just asleep.
Yeah, we're just vibing.
Okay.
Actually, for the next group, what is it called?
Who's in the next watch?
Next watch. That's one.
Oh, next watch.
guess-
So River, you're in the next watch?
No, I wasn't in the watch alongside Helena.
Oh.
If we just leave one person, they get killed, and nobody knows.
Yeah. Like, I can literally stay for almost all of it. I just need 4 hours. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess Garo's next.
Ah, yes, blind guy.
The blind man.
I was gonna pretty much say, like, you know what, instead of, like, going downstairs and making a bunch of noise before everyone else, just get lined up.
Just disappear the tower.
Yeah, the Helena will wake people up as they go.
Okay. Helena.
Boogeyman's over Lionel's bed.
Yes, yeah, she'll
I don't
just
want to alarm you.
continuously like take her earring off with the feather and just tickle his nose.
Okay. Helena, as you climb downstairs to go mess with Lionel, you see something rummaging through the desks and papers.
The fuck?
It's a rat.
As he with what looks like to be a humanoid upper body, but very short, almost dwarvish. As he is now beginning to kind of go through the bags, and he opens what looks like to be one of the bags, and he's sticking his hand into it, and then he's pulling out with what looks like to be several magical components, and then he throws it over his shoulder, and then he sticks his hand into the bag again.
All right. Well, gonna put a stop to that. Helena's just gonna kind of walk right up to him, and she's just gonna grab him by the scruff and pull him up. Oh, hello.
As you walk up, you see he has the lower. You see as he has the lower body of a goat, and with the upper body of a human man, and he screams, just panicking, and he's like, let me go! Let me go!
Helena will let him scream so that he wakes up everybody.
Okay, cool. I'm awake now. Do I see this?
Yeah, you see this. You see as this creature is now running in air, and then he's like, and he snaps his fingers, and he just like missed.
No.
And then he reappears over the hatch door as he sees it and he pulls it open.
Catapult him back inside.
No. Can you do that? I was gonna say Misty Step, and I'm going to hold him down again.
You do, and as you get close to him, he does it again. And then he's just right on top of the tower, looking panicked left and right. I can only do that twice.
Did you not hear
Son of a...
Did you not hear what I said? I'm not allowing him to fucking get away with stealing my shit. I'm not being 3 for 3. Catapult, 4th level, back inside the fucking building.
Alright. What does
I'm sorry, I'm
catapult
not
do?
playing this shit.
Yeah, also, you keep saying that he keeps teleporting. Cannot he, like, the counter spell and stuff? Like, come on, dude, calm down.
He has Misty Step.
So what?
Can I not
Still a
counterspell
spell.
him?
If you
it's
want
not
to
a
do that before catapult.
Yeah, let's counterspell him so he doesn't leave the fucking building.
Alright,
4th level.
yeah, that'll do it. As he snaps again on the second time, you're just like, no! And it fizzles in his hand. Oh no.
What?
Oh yes, catapult into the wall.
Alright. I'm trying to figure out what that spell is.
Catapult. Choose an object. Actually, hold on. I'm sorry. So catapult is an object. I can't do it on a person. However,
You can't whip a brick at his head really hard.
Yeah, I was gonna say like I'm gonna fucking catapult a brick from the wall into his fucking skull.
He's dead.
You choose an object weighing 1 to 5 pounds within range that is not being worn or carried, but since the object is a part of my tower and I can shape it as I will, and I have mending, that makes total sense.
Just throwing a brick.
Make
By
a...
the time you're doing this, you just see a...
What's your spell
Object
DC?
You would strike the object you would strike a creature with, that creature must make a dexterity saving throw. On fail, the object strikes the target.
Okay. That is going to be a 12.
Oh, you poor bastard.
You said
Oh wait,
that was 4th
attack
level?
save.
I get
Attack
bogged.
save. Yeah, attack save at 4th level. He had to beat a 16. He fails. So
So-
he takes. Catapult. He takes 68 bludgeoning damage.
Good lord.
This bitch getting bonked.
As it fucking hits him and he gets up, I scream at him, "Drop it!"
And as he's holding what's in his hand, he just a brick right to his face. It breaks apart. You see something off of his head breaks off and hits the side of the floor, and he drops what looks like to be several of your trinkets that you've been planning to make.
Helena is going to also grab his foot now and drag him back in.
Okay, so that was 30 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh.
Here's an
As you
android.
grab this furred leg and you start dragging it into the middle of this room, you throw him down. You see as he looks up, there's a stream of blood going down his face. You begin to notice, you guys begin to light the immediate room. He seems to have once had 2 horns and now 1.
Helena's just going to lightly put her foot on his chest to just like pin him there.
Oh, sorry. Ow. Please don't kill me.
What are you doing here?
just, just
you know, just, as one does. It's really
looking is what one does. Stealing, on the other hand, I put a fucking I start up a chromatic orb in my palm and put it in face. I don't turn it off.
Please, I didn't do anything wrong.
You can start with a name.
Arla. Arla's my name.
Arlo?
Arlo, yes. Arlo.
So I used to watch your YouTube videos.
Okay, Arlo. What are you?
I'm a creature of the faith. I mean, look at me.
I mean, do I know what he is?
He's a satyr.
Yeah, I figured. It's a satyr.
I see.
You know, just looking at, get some stuff, having some fun, as one does.
How and when did you even get in here?
Well, you almost saw me, which was really interesting, and then when you stopped seeing me, I just popped up behind you and, just went in, and hopefully I was able to get in, get out, grab a few things, have some fun.
Are we able to arrive at this point?
It hurts to breathe. Yeah, you guys arrive at this point. You see Helena foot over the chest of what looks like to be a random goat man. And
what's going on in here? And as he clocks the gun.
I'm punching through the hatch with the hammer, the gauntlet.
As you do, you hear the screams of Arlo begin to echo throughout the tower.
I put my hand over it. I put my gnarled little and go. I cast Cure Wounds at 3rd level.
Oh,
who the hell there's?
What's
I will roll it.
Okay.
You have that now?
Bits. Let me have them. Yep, so there's something for everyone to notice. As Lionel puts his hand over his mouth, you watch as the blood actually starts, bubbling, but then returning back into his head. For 8 plus 7 plus 6 plus, Cure Wounds at that is 4. He gains 25 HP back.
Okay.
Most of the brick wounds.
So, you see the scar begin to slightly close and the blood beginning to return back. The horn does not.
Oh, that's new. So, well, what do we do with you now?
Listen, I was just only in it to have a little bit of fun, It's not like I was gonna keep any of this stuff.
And what were you planning to do with it?
Have a party, prop them up against some rocks, and have some tea. Awesome. Hard to breathe.
No, you're fine. Right where you are.
Helena, ease up just a little bit. I have a I again am holding my hand at him, so I have a chromatic orb right at his head, ready to go.
Helena, all right. Helena, loosen her boot up just a little bit.
Okay, just. Oh God! See, we're having fun.
No, we're not having fun. You're just lucky we're not in the killing mood right now.
You're not?
You're not? Good. Good. That's great.
There's no reason to kill you. If you had actually escaped the property, then I would have had a reason to kill you.
Oh, good.
That said, I've heard that tossing fawns off of buildings is very amusing.
What?
Nothing. Anyway,
listen.
what do we do with them now?
I have an idea.
No.
Well, Arlo, I prop him up and sit him on a chair.
All right.
The chair creates fucking manticles around his wrist as he sits in it.
Oh, what? What?
Okay,
what?
Arlo.
What?
Arlo.
What?
Arlo?
What?
Shut up a second. Arlo, now I'm going to tell you something very nicely. You have just trespassed into my tower and tried to steal my equipment.
I mean, for a primer like you, I wouldn't have thought that would have phased you, but, surprises for everyone.
Surprises indeed. You know what also is surprising? The fact that I haven't killed you.
Yeah.
And so, do you know what that means?
Yes.
You
No.
Oh, you don't? That's good, because I'm about to tell you something very, very fun. You owe me.
Well, I'm not sure would I be able to contribute.
The manticles grab on his wrist even harder.
Okay. What can I possibly do for any of you?
You live in these woods, yes?
Live is it's a term, I suppose.
Do you know your way around the area?
A little.
What's a little?
I mean, I know the Sea of the Kingdom. I've dabbled in the Dark Forest every now and never again. The pools have been frequent. I mean, I really like this one nymph. She's really hot. And then there's also the Everstorm, which I try to stay away from. There's like these long blue creatures that I don't like them. They're not fun.
That's very nice. In fact, I don't think we like those either. So here's what we're going to do. We're on our way to meet a new friend of ours. I think you might have heard of him, the Stormlord.
No, there's nobody named that.
That sounds stupid. Did I get this wrong? Thunderlord, I guess.
You know him as Ithorn, the lightning, the Unseelie Lightningborn.
All right, we're about to see the Lightningborn, the Unseelie.
Oh, him.
That sounds like you know him.
I mean, know him is a term that one would not associate themselves with.
Insight.
Go ahead.
$18 plus insight 3, so 21.
He's probably done a couple of runs for the motherfucker.
Lionel gets right in front of him.
Yeah.
You're lying. You know exactly who he is.
It's who I am. Listen, I just wanted to have some fun. I got away from him.
This is going to be fun. Trust. I pinch him on the cheek. Oh, this is going to be fun. This is going to be oodles of fun.
Not fun. He's not fun.
I don't care if he's not fun. Nope. I don't care if he's not fun. What is going to be fun is that in lieu of me not killing you where you stand inside my tower, which I have multiple ways of doing that, I witch bolt my fingers. I don't touch him. I don't touch him.
Helena, just behind him, just kind of, cleans her dagger.
You are going to take us to him in the safest route possible.
I can't do that. There's no safe route.
We don't know that, but it seems like since you seem to know the guy, you might know the safest route there.
No, you don't understand. He is a madman. Crazy.
Helena slowly just strolls behind him and just kind of puts the knife just kind of near his ear.
No. Okay. Listen. We don't have to cut me up. We don't have to destroy me. We don't have to shock me or whatever any of you do. What I'm saying is that the things that run around his little stronghold are controlled by him, and whoever he doesn't want there, he will send those things to that thing that he does not want there. I am one of those things right now.
What did you do?
Well, I may have played a hilarious prank. Very
I like the
negligible,
pranks.
even.
We're all full of chuckles here. What was it?
Well, he's not a huge fan of acid, and I put some acid on his chair because I thought it'd be funny, and I was hoping he would just burn through his robes, and he didn't take kindly to that.
No, I didn't say.
Huh. Lionel Lionel will remember this. Flashes in the top left. I like this bit of information. I've loosened the manticles on his arm.
Lionel straighten up and put the dagger away.
Well, so, and he tries to slip his hands.
Oh no, I put my hand on his chest. Wait.
Yeah.
I usher him to move over to my workbench.
Like this?
Stand right there. Yes. Lionel takes out one of his pair of mittens. And Lionel will let me look at my features here real quick. There is a weird spark of light that comes out of Lionel's hands as it flows through the gloves. The gloves now have oh wait, I look over to him. What's the most fun thing you can think of right now? Just off the top of your head.
I like pipe smoke. Like, I just like smoking from a pipe. That's a fun one. I like that.
All right, he hands him gloves.
All right.
The lightning effect disappears, and there is a smell of burning oak from a pipe. Get out of here.
What?
You may leave. Go.
That's it?
Out the hatch, go. If I see you stealing anything from here again, I won't hesitate to kill you.
All right. And you see as he walks up through the stairs, through the hatch, as he now stands just above and over the top, he snaps and he disappears.
I shut the hatch. Well, now we know something about our cool new friend.
Indeed. Splendidly done.
There's a lot of things I can do when I'm very...
I noticed.
Well, there goes one pair of gloves.
What did we learn? That he hates people getting close?
No, we learned that now he has control over something, and we also learned that he's not fond of acid.
You mean this kind of acid? And he starts to drool like his fucking acid breath.
I'm sure nobody's a fan of acid.
Well, that and he has control over quite a few apparently creatures.
But if we don't annoy him, then maybe we can parlay with him.
Yes, but it seems like he gets annoyed just from people going to say, knock on his door.
Well, I was worried about that Arlo fellow not going out and snitching on us, but the fact that he's public enemy number 1 right now, I don't think that's a worry at the moment.
I don't think so either. At least hopefully. Not for the time, but...
I pick up his horn.
It is a very fine and pristine satyr horn.
Ouch.
Yeah.
I think I'll
that's
keep
running
this.
back?
There's still a bit of blood coming from it because, well, it's freshly broken off.
Well, prestidigitation that blood off. I think I'll keep this for something.
A flute?
I don't know how to play an instrument.
Something to note about the satyr horn here. It gives off a faint magical aura.
That's all about me.
Yeah.
Well, I guess since that happened, if anyone else wants to take watch during that time, Lionel will start looking.
Yeah, Franz will take watch.
All right.
I
Franz?
shall watch the door.
I'm going back to sleep.
Okay, if Franz and Gar are gonna do it, Helena will take her rest now.
All right. So, Franz and Garu, you guys stand atop the tower. Go ahead and Garu, make a sound check. And
So no negative 10s. All right.
well, understandably, make a sound check, and you, Franz, make a perception check.
Okay.
Got 12.
12. You can
let's
hear
see
the
here.
grass and the buzzing of the forest, and you can hear the faint pattering of rain that continuously falls within this border of this the Everstorm. Franz,
He got a 14 overall.
you stare out into the ever rolling color green of the Feywild and the deep purplish blue storm that is the Everstorm. Nothing passes through your vision. Nothing that seems to bother or incite your need to alert anyone.
Okay.
And with that, you guys begin to see just off within the distance, the ever shading purples now begin to hue back into its consistent orange, as it once again begins to break like twilight in this odd space of a realm.
Oh, is morning finally coming?
Yep.
It's morning?
Franz looks to Garu. Not yet. He's gonna wild shape into a rooster and start doing the whole cock-a-doodle-doo thing to wake everyone up.
One of the bricks is floating off in the side.
Oh, you bastard.
Oh, man. Oh, that takes me back home.
I have a really really hard snooze button.
Is it a brick?
Yes!
That's all you need.
Time to turn somebody into chicken nuggets.
You just hear.
No,
"Thank you, friend."
Did someone say chicken nuggets?
Oh god.
Don't eat the bird.
You can just hear River going, "Thank you, friends."
You're welcome.
That's a really strange tradition.
Lionel kicks the fucking ladder out from underneath the both of you.
Alright. So, as Galder's or Lionel's tower unmanifests.
Yep, turns into this tiny pebble.
Yep.
Are you equipping your shield, sir?
Lionel looks at the sticky note on the fucking piece of wood. Lionel, before the tower completely fades away, mends a fucking brick and conjures it into the fucking into the shield, so it's way more sturdier than it was before.
It's still a +2 shield, so.
It's still a +2 shield?
Yep.
It's the
The
basic.
shield that gives +2 to your AC, a standard shield.
Yeah.
Good! Surprisingly enough. Lionel's
Yeah,
wearing it just fine.
All shields give the +2 to your armor
Yeah,
class.
but wizards normally don't wear shield.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yay.
Wizards normally wear bathrobes.
Yeah.
So,
In big long hats.
as you guys see into the into what looks like to be as clear of a pathway as it could be made, the ever pouring rain, and you can see the storm clouds. Every now and again, you see the arc of lightning as it begins to protrude past what you can see. You all enter within the Everstorm.
You can hear a river knocking on Lionel's back on the shield, just looking good there.
Well, comfortable enough to wear. Need a little bit of bits and bobs fixed in there, but it's work sturdy enough. Thank you.
Yeah, it's gonna do the job. Trust me. I'll save me a bunch of times. Quick
Lionel,
thing, though.
Lionel fucking like fucking. While he's talking about that, Lionel holds the shield up over his head, and you see like a little force field appear over it, like he's playing with the shield spell on top of the shield.
No, that's gonna be difficult to get through.
A little sturdier now, yes.
Listen, I am not an expert, but did you just cure people last night? Is that a thing that, wizard folk can do?
Lionel pulls out one of his the little band of the little thing of gloves that he has. He pulls out one. He kind of like smiles at it. Like you watch as a tiny little spark of light appears out from his hand, and it envelops the gloves. Hands it over to River. Now you have a little pair of mittens. They're glowing like a faintish purple. Something I've been working on.
I don't see. I mean, you have done this before.
It stays. Kind of? Like it stays. It doesn't disappear after a while.
Yeah. This time it seems to be about a bit more powerful than anything you faced before.
You got quite good at that.
I've been reading up on some things. Apparently, there's a form. Apparently, I've heard that are actually rather really good wizards or some kind of mage users who are actually use their magic to actually make artificial things, and they stay incorporeal more than just conjuring them. It was a book on artificers.
Isn't that people who paint? Make sculptures?
I think
That's
you're
an
talking
artist.
to an artist.
Ah.
In
What's the
time,
difference?
well, from what I've read in the books, in time I should be able to make. I should be able to do exactly what I was. That little knick-knack store idea I had to you. I told you that might be a little real in the.
Already thinking about the retirement plan.
No, I'm thinking about potions that could give us some real nice little benefits. Like, oh, I don't know. What if I wanted
resist.
to? Yes, lightning. Well, yes, Canis. Unfortunately, not. My powers are a little still weak on that one. But I could do some more fun things. Like I can make you run faster. Looks over at looks at
Tiny Leg River.
Yeah, River.
Little baby legs.
Yeah, looks at baby legs River. I can make you run faster.
Now you got my attention.
Well, we could also do all kinds of other fun things. Like, there was this book I read about a mad scientist. That seemed kind of fun. Said he could alter the forms of other people. Something like almost akin to what Franz can do, except longer and a lot less animalistic.
I should be should we be concerned about the part of mad?
No, it's fine.
No, we should be.
No, it's
Well, mad enough that I now feel way more confident as he looks over at Garu. I feel now a lot more confident in actually being able to repair your gun.
You really think so?
Enough that I could probably use it. May I borrow yours?
Of course. Just to be careful.
Do you mind if I use one bullet?
Of course. He's gonna hand him a silver bullet.
Okay, takes a silver bullet, looks at a rock on the floor, takes aim, and shoot.
All right.
And I get to roll. Wow, nice. 18.
18. It
and
fires
now all
off.
the monsters heard it.
You hear as if the rain stops for a second and then proceeds back onward, you almost feel the ever cold and uninvited feeling of this dark forest in its permanent reigning habitat.
That said, in hindsight, noise might attract things, so we should probably keep moving.
Lionel hands the gun back over to Garu.
That was amazing.
That felt natural.
It
I mean, you
did?
have eyes.
Oh,
Should be easier to use it like that. Sorry.
it's okay. It's okay. It makes perfect sense.
I have a lot of ideas on the horizon, and if we survive this, I'd like to see them go through.
That's pretty
And we
good.
will.
As you guys begin to proceed onward, you guys hear a slight sound.
I'm gonna duck into some bushes. I'm gonna drag some of the others with me.
I want to know
Hide.
who is in what marching order. What's the marching order here?
I'm always at the front.
And Canis normally at the back.
Gar's usually in the middle.
Yep, I'm
Franz
also
is in
somewhere
front of
the middle.
Canis.
This is before Canis. All right, and Helena.
And probably somewhere in the middle, maybe behind Garu.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty sure we're not
Line
doing in a line, so
Yeah.
Probably more like a gaggle.
Yeah.
And where's Lionel?
I guess based on everyone else's fucking question, I guess I'm in the front.
Put you next to River.
I mean, I'm flexible. I can be anywhere really, but
I mean, having the guide.
if you prefer to be in the middle, which is probably smarter, but
I would like to be in the middle. That's the
okay.
thing.
Okay.
Honestly,
Yeah.
as someone who's in the Feywild, I guess.
Tell you what.
Helena.
Front River, Helena, middle line Gar, and back Franz and Canis.
Yeah.
All right. That's enough.
Easy.
So you guys begin to listen in.
They're trying to hide.
As you guys begin to hide, go ahead and make a stealth check.
Oh boy.
Could I
do it,
wait?
Canis.
Pause.
Canis,
Yarrow.
like,
Could I use pass without a trace for this, or do I
Speed up.
have, or just a natural stealth roll?
I mean, how long does it take to cast Pass Without a Trace?
One whole action.
One whole
instantaneous.
One
whole
whole
ass
ass action. Then you can cast Pass Without a Trace right before you duck out.
Sita, what were you saying?
Okay.
I was gonna count my number off.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay, so I'll go around the table as I usually do. Garu,
16.
16. Good to know. River,
That's going to be 18.
18. All right. Helena,
And this is with Paths Without a Trace, guys. You're adding the 10.
Oh, and then 28.
Oh, and 10. Oh, yeah, that would be like 26 for me, too.
oh, and I just know Helena just,
I got 33.
disappears. That spell, every time Helena just basically doesn't even need the cloak of invisibility.
It's like Helena. Gone.
Helena, pass without a trace. Gone. Nothing there. All right, Canis.
With the pass without trace, it's a 20.
20? Okay.
Oh my god.
Hey.
All right, Lionel.
24.
24. And Franz?
29.
Okay. All right. So, as you guys find what looks like to be a tree line, you guys begin to hide it behind the bushes. You see there are two things that you notice. The first, what looks like to be a humanoid but bulky creature who is shambling through this small roaded area.
What does
And-
it look like?
He looks like a robot. Creature made of complete metal. His face has features, and it seems like there's a faint burning blue glow where his eyes are. You see what looks like to be almost like tiny moving irises just functionally looking around. He looks lost.
I hope this thing is an American.
Is it weaponized?
He seems to have what looks like to be basic robing, but he just minimalized it, as he's just mostly robot parts. He does seem to carry with what looks like to be a small dagger.
Just holding on the hand.
Yeah.
Where is it coming from? The front road?
He's on the road where you guys were walking.
Well, let's let him pass without seeing us.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Alright.
Yeah.
As he stops and he looks around, just
Oh, come on.
I must get back and hear a voice come from it. I must escape. And he begins to walk forward.
Let him go the entire way.
He fades into the Everstorm through the thick of the rain.
Helena, is that common in the Feywild?
Is it?
Are
No.
those Fey rabbits?
No.
I haven't seen them. No.
What the hell was that thing?
I wonder if that was...
Actually, make a perception. Make a perception to anyone who wants to.
Okay.
Cool.
So everyone.
I'm useless.
Not great, but a 15.
16.
I got a 1.
No.
Just staring at a tree.
Uh,
This thing's waterlogged.
why not? Francis, reroll that one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Ah, thank you. Well, 11 plus 4, 15.
All right. Helena, Franz, and Lionel, as you guys look a little bit more intently at this thing as it begins to walk away, the robes look actually oddly familiar.
Oh?
They seem to have this uniform look, that of a creature you had met back in Otakani.
Hold up. Freaking hold up. Come on, brain. You know this. I know you know this. Ooh.
Ooh, brain blast!
Try it.
Brain blast!
What kind of uniform?
From what you can remember seeing, even you, Lionel, it's the same colors and ancient design of the man that appeared in the mines of Otakani.
Fuck. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting I imagine him naked.
Oh, yes, the Pillar Man.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Helena sucks in a breath, and she kind of looks at the others, bites her lip, and he's wearing the same robes.
What's what?
Okay, then here's a question. Do we engage? Or do we just let him pass?
He might have information on that man.
He looks a little lost, though. I don't think he knows much.
Alright, I have an idea. Just stay where you are. I will remain hidden, but I will cast. Let me see what this is.
Oh, by the way, Lionel, if he gets dangerous, switch places with me.
Oh no, I don't plan on leaving. I just plan to do. I'm going to cast Prestidigitation so he hears a voice. He doesn't see us yet.
I gotcha.
Okay, what does the voice say?
All right, the voice calls out to him. Hail, traveler, please stop.
As he hears this, just full stop. And he turns, looking confused.
Do not raise your weapon. We are hidden because we want to make sure that you are not going to attack.
As long as you do not attack me. And he holds the knife downward.
Lionel walks out from the forest and stands in the middle of the road, and then removes Prestidigitation, speaks normally. Then we have an understanding.
You are a strange creature. I've never seen anything like you before.
Likewise, but I have a feeling that we might be in the same scenario where we're not from we're not from this realm.
No. And
Lionel points, pats his chest and goes, Material Prime. You?
Lumeria.
Helena's gonna hop out of her hiding place.
Don't worry, there's plenty of us around here. We just wanted to make sure we were on friendly terms. I looked to everyone else to come out.
And he gets down on one knee just so that way he's at eye level with you.
Right on.
Coming out.
Karen's will come out too.
Alright.
Yeah, Franz will come out.
This is all of us. Garo, get out from behind the bush.
What? Oh, and he's gonna,
He's facing the wrong way.
And this is all of us.
Definitely things I have never seen before.
None of us?
None of you know. I've only known my people for so long. I've seen something of your kind, and he looks at Franz. Something of your kind, looking at Canis, but the rest of you are strange.
Well, we'd be more than happy to tell you who we are and where we came from, but we must ask, if you are not from this realm, neither like us, we came here of our own volition. How did you get here? You seem, well, lost.
When I found myself awoken, I was like this. And he's moving his metal body. I'm not sure what happened, but I became scared. And I saw what looked like an opening. And I ran through it, terrified. Not of myself, but what I have seen.
And what did you see?
Creatures, malignant and malformed. They roamed our streets.
Franz looks to the party. Is he talking about the Gibyanki?
No. What? They're malformed? No! Talking about the creatures we fought.
Those weird demon spawn.
Mm-hmm.
I will describe to him the creatures we have fought, if that recollects to him.
Yes, those.
We are on the same side, you and us and you. Then we seek a means to actually stop them, or at least get rid of them.
Does the name Lycia Bay ring any bells?
No. Not to my memory.
I'm trying to find out the freaking dude man's name. Where the heck is it?
You mean the Pillarman?
Yeah.
I know we got his name somewhere.
Yeah, we did. I'm trying to find it. I have it in my notes somewhere. Keep going. I'll find it.
How long have you been here?
Roya Elegantelli. Lumeria.
I've been here for... Time is strange. I cannot remember. I cannot keep time here.
That's okay. By the way you seem, do you seek a way to escape this realm?
Yes.
Then perhaps you should travel along with us. Once our business is concluded here, we seek a mean as well.
I am no fighter. I am a humble bread maker.
Oh.
Covered in plate mail.
I don't know how this happened.
Understandable.
And if you're no fighter, all the more reason to have companions to travel with, no?
I just want to get out of here. There are creatures that roam in this forest that I have been hiding from for so long. I don't want to be here.
Trust us.
Do you happen to know that we...
Go
Do
ahead,
you
go
happen to
ahead.
know the Thunderlord?
No, I only know my king.
Is your king... Does he go by the name of Roya Elegantelli Lumeria?
Yes. A good man. A good man. Before the fall.
Helena's brows furrow a little bit.
We have never received your name.
Isaac.
Well, Isaac, I understand that you wish to get out of here. We do as well. And I understand you are no fighter, but we are very capable adventurers. Under our watch, you will be protected. I think it would be best if you came along with us. We have many things to brief you on after what you have just told us.
He's looking at all of you. For a man made of metal, you can see scared and terrified. I'm gonna have you guys make a persuasion.
Okay!
Okie dokie. I'm gonna use good dice.
Is it for everybody or is it just Lionel?
Lionel.
Lionel? Alright, well, 17 with a 5. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. 22, I'm sorry, 22.
Okay. Well, if you can help me and protect me, I suppose, but I'm not sure where any of you are going.
We're going to parlay with the Thunderlord.
Lightning-born.
The Lightning-born.
But soon afterwards, we then plan to make our way back to the material plane. A place where we know that is common and a place that's a lot less hectic. And once that's done, we can try and seek some way to get you back home.
Okay.
No, is it a good idea to bring him in?
Hmm?
Isn't the lightning board like... she's going to be whispering to like pulling the group a little bit. Isn't lightning board like obsessed with technology? Isn't he going to like, I don't know, be interested in him?
Possibly. No, I'm a little bit nervous about bringing him along. At least right now. I was thinking perhaps we could send him either towards the pools or... And Helena looks a little bit mischievous. Perhaps even to my house. Give my parents a good scare. I'm sure that'd be lovely.
Oh,
I don't think he'd be let in the city, let alone to your house.
Yeah, with how they treated us there, the fact that they'll treat a guy who's in an entire suit of armor and not actually what he is, they won't let him in.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah, thanks. Yeah, fair. They probably won't. Well, that said, we could probably at least send him towards the pools, and we could meet him there.
I wouldn't sit comfortable with just leaving someone who doesn't have the capabilities to defend themselves below the Feywild.
Well, he's lived for this long.
Apparently, it's been for a while.
Through hiding, but look at him. I don't think that's going to last very long.
So he either goes and hides to the near the pools, or he comes with us and probably gets abducted by a crazy ass maniac who like technology.
He's not
Look.
exactly in a good position to begin with.
None of us are.
I
We really
recommend
don't have
we
much
do bring
choice.
him, though we really need to keep him very hidden.
Lionel moves over to him. Can you recollect a form you once were?
I had short blonde hair, reddish eyes. My skin was pale, but slightly tanned from the fires that I used to work nearby.
All
I
right.
miss my old clothing.
Well, I'm not certain about the clothing, but I can do this. I'm going to cast Disguise Self on him.
Okay. So, from the baseline description that he gives you, you see a slightly
Oh, wait,
bulkier
I'm sorry,
version.
I'm sorry. That's actually false. I can't do Disguise Self because it's on myself. Polymorph.
Ooh.
Not sure you can do it on a Warforged. Let's see.
If he's a willing creature, he can just transform.
Yeah.
Yeah, they kind of nix to the whole construct rules for
If it's a-
Warforged.
Yeah, Warforged are living construct. They count as a creature. They are not like golems. They can even be tickled. Fun fact.
Okay.
Yeah,
Alright.
they feel pain.
Why was I programmed to feel pain?
What is love?
This cannot
Maybe don't
continue.
hurt me.
Oh god, stop hurting me.
Okay.
You know what I would really like us to do right now? Kill Son Goku.
Yes.
Rousing round of killing Son Goku.
Oh god, Android 16 would be Raven Queen's advocate. God damn it.
Oh,
So,
Christ.
you, to the best description and to the best image of your knowledge, you transform him from a metallic constructed creature into what looks like to be a human male. Oh. That's...
I can only offer you this for a short time, but it's something I believe you would find comforting in knowing.
Oh, and he pulls the robes close together. It's freezing cold. Oh. Thank you. How long?
Well, since I casted this, this will concentration up to 1 hour.
Oh,
Now that
okay.
Helena has her new cloak and shawl and armor and things like that, she'll give him her old cloak. She'll just drape it over his shoulders.
Oh, thank you. I'm deeply indebted to all of you.
Well, don't thank us now. Don't thank us just yet. We're not out of the woods. Let's be on with this.
He looks around at the woods. And you're quite right. And he begins to help walk forward with the rest of you.
So
And
should we brief this guy on what's going on?
Probably. We'll just say we walk and talk about it.
And if he
Welcome,
needs like
Todd.
help walking, Color can like offer to help prop him up since he's a bit shambly.
Yeah, he seems weird with his new legs. Over the course of 30 minutes of having a conversation with Isaac, at a certain point he looks vastly confused. I'm not sure what you mean by Lycia Bay or even the king. I mean, how long has it been?
Well, that really depends. So, do you remember a time before when this all happened to you?
I remember the sky turning black and red as those creatures of the undead began to fill our streets and attack us. Our general had left in order to try and help and save us, but some of the greater mages thought that it was too late. And so they thought it would have been better to try and put the city on a different plane of existence.
Jeez. Helena kind of taps her lips. I wonder if that has anything to do with the Maria disappearing. Certainly sounds like it.
Is it even possible to do something on that scale?
I mean, for us, it was technology that we knew that we had, but it never performed, so we're not exactly sure if it succeeded.
Do we have a general time range of when Lumeria disappeared?
5,000 years ago.
Ooh, okay.
Okay, Lionel's just like, I don't know how to fly this to you, but based on my history books, that sounds like that was well over 5,000 years ago.
You see him kind of breathe heavily, and
Oh god, I gave him a stroke.
Give him a panic attack.
he's having a panic attack
No,
right
no,
now.
no, sir, it's okay. It's okay.
Shove a lemon in his mouth.
It's okay. Just breathe in and out. Oh, wait a second. You don't have lungs. Oh goodness.
Yes, Goro, he does.
He teleports him, darling. He's like us now.
Oh no. Oh no.
If understand this, sir. If you are a Lumerian, of what you speak of, then if you know of the technology your people had tried to have, maybe there's a way that can benefit us in this time now.
I don't even have such a thing. I was merely a baker. I just remember in my last moment I stood and I saw a golden light as it enveloped me and my family, and then oh no.
Do you remember waking up and if they were nearby?
No. I woke up like what you saw me as, and then I was in these pods, these things that held so many of us, and I'm not sure.
When do you last remember escaping? Well, not so much escaping this pod, but how much do you remember of escaping the pod and then entering into?
I remember seeing and not being able to breathe, and then it opened, and I fell onto the ground. And then I saw those creatures, and then I ran.
Tell me. Does the Lumerian encased in ice ring any bells to you?
No, not to my memory. I've been here for... I don't know. I just was here.
Do you remember the surrounding area when you fled away from the creatures?
It was a hallway full of the same pods I was in.
Okay. I assume we're walking and talking at the same time at this point.
Yeah, pretty much.
At this point, yeah, but you guys are drenched to the bone.
Mm-hmm.
How long have we been going on for?
About 20, 30 minutes of walking and him having a panic attack and talking.
I cast Tensor's floating disc and hold it over us.
Oh, I was gonna do control water, but all right.
Oh, go for it. Go for it. I don't want to waste up my spell slots either. So yeah, that's better.
No, I got plenty of them. So yeah, I'll have Franz cast control water and just kind of have the water just like a umbrella, sort of just moving it away.
All right,
air umbrella.
You just and you see the water no longer hitting any of you. You now wondering why you didn't do this hours ago.
I could take the water from your clothes and body if I wanted to. I just don't want to.
I cast prestidigitation so everyone gets right out.
There you go.
As you do, you guys, at this point, you begin to see, just upon the ever faint moving of the clouds, as it slightly parts, you begin to see a giant stone wall just in front of you. And with what looks like to be like wires and vines just running up and down it.
What? What?
Does it look like there's any guards on top of the wall? Like, does this look like the building, or does this look like the outer, like, protection wall kind of thing?
As you guys get closer, you do notice that there are several windows, as well as what looks like to be creatures, like scorpions.
What?
Just as they are crawling along the wall and what looks like to be repairing and shocking things back into place. And at a certain point, hitting the tree line, you see one stop. And it sees all of you.
Dang it.
Oh no.
Robo Scorpions.
Christ.
Does it look aggressive?
Well, we know
It looks it
from a distance.
its legs detach from the side of the wall, and as it hits the ground, and the wet, muddy, green fields begin to pass, and you see as it looks, the burning, reddish, robotic eyes peering through the deepened rain, its giant scorpion-like tail, as you see sparks and
howdy.
Hello.
you guys begin to hear a voice. Intruder.
Oh, we're not intruders.
Interesting. I would not expect any guests, but I truly wonder if sweet little Arlo may have sent me a treat for his punishment.
I fucking hate this game.
It seems like the voice begins to bellow out through this creature.
actually saw Arlo. He tried to steal from us.
Tricky creature those satyrs are. I find his presence to be ever so upsetting since his little insurrection. But all of you look so interesting.
I pull out the satyr horn. Will this bring you comfort? In knowing that he has been punished.
Soda. Oh. I think you should all come inside.
Sounds welcoming.
I'm sure we can have lots and lots of fun.
Oh, of course.
You see the creature begin to crab walk to the side.
He's crabbing.
You see another one
Time for crab.
on the other side and menacingly stares at all of you. Please. I am a humble host, and I do not wish to keep my guests out in the rain.
Oh god!
Oh, come on!
The maniacal cackling.
Can you be more over the top, sir?
No.
It's a nervous tick I have.
Garo being socially inept. Wow, thank you.
I don't drink wine.
I don't trust like this.
Oh, I don't trust like this either. But this
Do we have any other options?
This is a listen. This is an opening opportunity for the fact that we pretty much same, and we're on common ground. We should take this.
Of course.
Yeah. Sure. You know what, sir? We came here to talk. I appreciate the enthusiasm. It's just,
Diplomacy is a nice change of pace.
It really is.
yeah. And you sound like you're having a lot of fun with diplomacy.
Of course I am.
Such an infectious laugh. Let's get in there.
Look how happy he is.
Look how calm he is.
He loves peace.
So,
This doesn't incite fun.
as you guys enter through the store, as you see like two brass doors, they separate, and as you guys begin to walk, the Scaladars begin to kind of corner in behind you. And as you finally enter the doors, it's like a mansion in here, quiet, dark. There are barely any low-lit candles, but you see almost like these bulbed glasses with a fluorescent light to it. Begins to light and brighten the main front parlor as it goes into a single set of thin 10 by 60 foot stairs as they begin to ascend upwards into this stronghold. And all of you, as you begin to see what looks like to be a glowing orb, almost like a chandelier, just a clear piece of glass, as you see now an image begins to roll down the side and look at all of you. Looks like to be a cloaked figure with what looks like to be a creature that is etched in lightning.
I gotta tell you guys, this is really great. This is cool.
This is gonna go great. Now
That's Lionel just fucking most tech. I gotta tell you guys, this is really great.
He seems like such a fun fellow.
So, all of you, interesting random adventurers from the far-off plains, but I can tell you are from here. Welcome to my home. Please, don't get comfortable.
Oh, this is honest.
So what brings you all to my humble abode here within such dark and rainy forest, the Everstorm?
Oh, just walking through the woods. We want to leave now, please. That'd be very nice.
Helena just.
Why would you leave so soon?
It's comfortable.
Helena puts a Jeez, you're freaking not wrong. Helena puts a hand on Franz's shoulder. And
Franz is literally shaking like a leaf. He's like, I want to go.
Oh no!
Oh no! He's whimpering.
Helena steps forward. We're looking for a book.
We are going to be honest here.
Oh, what kind of book? I have books on history, books on fiction, books from different planes of dimensions, books about gods, books about demons.
Lido's
So
fucking
many
mouth just
books.
widens as he smiles, like that fucking that one picture of the fucking the tiny little baby possum, huge smile.
Yay!
Lionel is actually having fun.
Oh yeah, Lido's having a blast. You kidding?
I'm glad he is. No one else is.
No. Gar's having a little bit fun.
More so a very specific book.
It's a little bit of a really heavy.
I forget the freaking name of it. Gosh darn it.
Starbound Tome.
It's called the Starbound Tome.
Yeah, we seek the Starbound Tome.
Oh, you mean this? As he pulls out from under his robe what looks like a book made from the stars. As he even moves it, it's almost as if space and the night sky almost moves along with it, with a single crest in the center, with what looks like to be the crest of the goddess of magic in her day.
He's showing off his fucking holographic Charizard.
Do I?
Oh my god.
Truly one of my most prized possessions. Why would you want something so valuable? And he holds it and grips it tightly.
To
Well,
kick a
you
god's
see-
ass.
Exactly. We're in quite a predicament. Would you care for a story?
I mean, you're not leaving anytime soon.
I love this man. I don't know about you guys.
Oh yes, I really love the cut of his jib.
He seems to have charisma.
You obviously are a man of knowledge, and surely a man of knowledge, partaking or learning wisdom from others that have maybe some other knowledge that you do not possess, might be a straightforward bargain. We don't wish, be it as it may. Since I am one of the arcane, not so much taking the book from you, but knowing its context would be sufficient.
Not to mention to show it to a stupid archfey king.
You see the eyes, the electric blue eyes snap down, and he gets almost so close. It's almost as if his entire face and just the eyes itself are now looking through the orb down onto you, River.
Oh.
King. What king?
The fat dumbass who is in charge of that city over there.
Helena's eyes closed.
You bring Seely within my home.
If it's any consolation, we're no big fan of them.
And yet you do his will.
No, I said to shove it.
Not
to him.
really.
I'm basically trash talking the
Yeah.
freaking.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
I never said-
misunderstand. You misunderstand. Please don't get our meanings backwards. We personally hold no high standard for a king who doesn't listen to logic diplomacy.
Helena stays real quiet.
Yes, Helena, it's now your turn to stay quiet.
Oh boy.
Lionel gives her the exact same fucking look as they were Sealy Faycore.
I suppose this is so boring. I do not like speaking of such a dull creature.
He's an idiot, right?
We don't have to speak about him at all.
Then let's talk about the more pressing issues at hand.
Very well. You have my attention.
Well, as you see before you, there are many of us who are from the material plane. We have knowledge, we have wisdom, and we have all sorts of stories we can tell to you. In exchange, we would like to see, or at least partake in the interests of that book.
When you speak of knowledge, I have only one interest in knowledge.
And what would that be?
How to imbue creatures of the beyond into other creatures.
I'm sorry, what?
And all of you are so very interesting. The rat, the dragonkin, the one that glows with the heavenly might. I truly wonder if I can move the entire world, if not the universe, in a proper direction with all the powers that you all contain.
Lionel folds his arms.
Helena actually leans down towards Lionel. I got it.
Mm-hmm. Lionel folds his arms. Sir, not in a meaningful way as to bargain, but there are two things that I find very interesting about this conversation so far. One, you actually have no idea what I am. That's prime knowledge for you. Why experiment with something when you have absolutely no idea what it is, when the entire information could be brought to you? And also, Lionel snaps his fingers and the chest appears before him. He opens up and holds up the gun, when we have so many more sights to show.
The eyes now turn into one eyeball, now looking at that very thing.
The fuck?
Drawn to it. Oh my goodness. And he pulls back. Well,
are we in accordance?
I suppose. If only for a moment.
Very well then. May you grace us with your presence, along with the book.
You will see that the figure, and you see the two doors at the top of the staircase. Please, come in.
This oddly went better than I expected.
This is gonna go so bad.
Lionel looks over at everyone else. You just gotta know how to speak to someone who has a little bit of a
trip in the room.
Indeed, a little bit of a trip and a little bit of ego can go such a. And we go upstairs.
All right. As you guys walk up, you begin to see the ever expanse of just looking at this main area. You see that there are creatures' heads, entire skeletons hanging from the ceilings and on the walls, things mounted. There's even one odd creature, seems to be of the Fae, in a bottle, stuck and in despair.
Oh, Fight for the fairies' freedom! Fight for the fairies' freedom!
As you all find yourselves now entering with what looks like to be the circular library, and with 2 high walls and what looks like to be a second and third level going up further. In the center, you see a flash of lightning. I am Ithorn, the unseelie lightning-born, your humble host, with very interesting guests.
And thank you for the host. You're most kind.
He looks at you in a very damning way.
Like in a...
He exposes what look like to be gross, crooked, and almost shattered teeth, but they are unbroken. The lines of lightning that seem to run through him.
An impressive collection you have.
Oh, yes. I have traveled long and far, except that fool Oberon. He sought to limit my knowledge. I've made many deals. And here you are, to make another one. As he begins to sit behind this desk, he now presenting the Starbound Tome.
Lionel presents the gun, not pointed at him, but like in 2 hands.
I can sense great magic from that. I wonder how they managed to fit such a tiny little soul into it.
What? My knowledge only tells me of that it is a cursed artifact. We've only recently discovered that something resides within it.
Oh, it's more than just that. But we'll get to that later. So, all of you here within my home, all of you here to see my collection. What more could I possibly provide, but not get?
What you have seen, what I see so far, is quite impressive indeed. As one who purveys libraries for even more knowledge, I could say I could spend an eternity here and find things I would discover back home.
Only if you had so much time.
Sadly, no, sir. My time is ultimately short. Mine don't live very long.
How much do you value that life, I wonder? I'm so curious.
Enough for me to learn things, sir, so that means I value it all.
Us archfays can live for hundreds, if not thousands of years. You've seen the thing that sits upon its throne, presiding over like a god, while I am a humble researcher, hungry for knowledge, always willing to look for it, but even I don't value life. An unfortunate preconception, I suppose.
If you had asked me a while ago, sir, I might have agreed with you. But things change, and time, unless we find some way to control it into the future, time changes us.
Speaking of time, that thing behind you, and you all begin to look at Alex as he's panicked. A creature out of time.
Isaac.
Isaac. He's looking at Isaac in still his human form. You bring something that is out of time. That is very interesting. And he seems to be magically imbued. and he raises his hand.
Helena steps in front of him. This one's ours.
It was a gift of something of a memory of his long ago before his form was changed. Something he asked. Something that I thought would make him more comfortable.
He doesn't break eye contact with Helena. Comfortability is not something that I'm concerned with. I merely wish to witness what it is he is. So if you would, silly girl, I suggest stepping to the side.
Will you harm him?
I don't feel someone
Cracks a smile.
Oof.
Depends on how much he's worth.
Lionel speaks up at this part. Well, someone I know who is a researcher and a man of bargaining would not want to have damaged goods, now would he?
Correct.
So it would be in everyone's best interest if nothing was damaged. So I imagine he can agree to that.
I won't tarnish your thing.
Elena, step to the side.
Elena kind of keeps eye contact with him for a moment. She doesn't step aside. She looks back at Isaac.
He looks scared and terrified and mortified.
She doesn't. God damn it.
Step aside, child.
She doesn't.
Helena, perhaps we should give him a chance.
I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, son of a bitch. I tried
Wait, who?
and got so
Helena.
far, and in the end...
Dexterity saving. This is fine. That is, 24.
24? Okay.
Oh, that's on the roof.
Alright. So, as he goes from pointing a finger to switching his hand over to what looks like a palmed claw, you see as lightning shoots from his palm and enters into your sternum. You take 16 points of lightning damage halved, as you just barely pull yourself out of the way and fall onto the ground.
Evasion.
And he looks at all of you and he says, I will give you one last warning. Do not disobey
That's
me.
right. I don't actually take anything.
She gets evasion.
I have evasion.
Oh? I will warn all of you this once. You are within my home.
Of course, we didn't mean to offend.
Remember, sir, undamaged property, and I let go of the polymorph.
All right. As he reverts back into this metallic creature. My. Such ancient technology, such craft, such beauty. And once again, another simple and tiny soul put into a thing. You've definitely brought me a wellspring of knowledge.
You mean to tell me this is not your doing, then?
No. I I couldn't possibly have done something like this. Monsters are far less complicated than mortal beings now strapped through time and space. This is art.
The craft of the soul is what you allude to.
Yes. Oh.
There, you see? We offer you things that you might not thought possible.
I must have him.
No.
What?
I must have.
Now hold on.
I must have him. I must have that gun. I must have all these things. So what are they worth to you? What is something that you want from me?
Well, first off, our initial idea was for the book, sir.
That'd be hard to separate me from, but I only find joy in it for minor things.
And tell me, why do you find that it only has minor property?
It's probably in the wrong hands. I don't find my innate abilities so underwhelming that it itself is overtly powerful. I just like it because it lets me do fun things.
Do you not think it would be fun if someone gave you a new perspective if they tried it themselves?
Oh, I'm sure, but... And again, what's that worth to that person?
Well, at this point, sir, we've come to the situation that we have things we'd like, but so far we haven't found any way to discern our bargains be met with certainty. I'd like that, believe you me.
So you wish...
I can't believe this fucking song and dance line has to go.
So all of you wish for safety?
I hate how he said that.
You wish to leave here without a single scratch upon you, body parts and all.
I don't like how you're saying that.
I really don't like this.
They do, yes.
But you?
Well, as you said, my lifespan is not one of something that is, well, very long. I do not live eons like you. And quite frankly, I've had selfish desires well and within my lifetime that I wish to extend it so my knowledge could grow.
Now, wait a minute.
Hold. I look back at No, shut up. I don't ask for a reshaping, and I don't ask for a reforge of my life. But I can tell you that we share a like mind in one way or the other, that experimentation is something I am very much interested as well. From one researcher to another, is there no way we can parlay on something, a collaboration, if you will?
You're a curious little creature, I have to admit. Your short life expectancy is vastly interesting, and I almost drawn to the concept and the idea of wanting to see you in something else.
And what would that be?
Well, I would have to tear your soul from your body, of course, and put you into one of my many mechanical servants. And as he says that, you see those giant scorpion-like creatures, as well as what looks like to be these long snake-like creatures with or with several arms and legs as it protrudes from its sides. You can see what looks like to be metal helms that clamp around it with what looks like to be a burning red reticle through the center of it.
An experimental offer, then. Seeing as how you are one who likes the idea of taking a soul and putting it into another, perhaps this might tickle your fancy.
Yes.
Now, you have this person here. I point over at a man lost in time, a soul put into a machine, not by of your own doing. Now, what if there was a way that we could... have you ever experimented with the idea of reverse engineering it?
Why do you think I want him so badly? And he smiles again, showing his electrified teeth.
What if we offered you the body of the Warforged if you transfer his soul into something mundane, say a human being? You get to keep the piece of knowledge, and he gets something that he lost. A win-win situation for all.
You creature, you speak madness. I enjoy that. But where would I find such a body? Lying around here within the Everstorm, or do I pick one up from the prime material plane?
Why not create one?
He begins to look around, and he begins to seem interested.
Have you never crafted a creature before? A homunculus?
No. I don't deal in necromancy. I think it too dangerous to be playing around with. I'm not like
And yet you are
hacks.
trying to pluck souls from others. And that is not dangerous?
Well, transmuting one thing to another is a art.
Ah, but sir, all magic is art. And thus magic as necromancy has an art form of its own.
I suppose.
Is this not a grand experiment? Is this not something worth at least attempting once?
I have no intention of creating such a worthless form. I am curious as to how any of you would be able to take such a soul out and put it into something else, but something that cannot be done. Lest you wish to make a deal which solely benefits me.
Sir, we cannot have this offer because then that would mean you would have to book.
I give you the book, of course, but I need something worth in return. And he now begins to put his hand over it and drag it back over to himself.
Lionel snaps his fingers. Wait a minute. Lionel, holds up the gun. Does this not have a soul? You said it yourself.
Smart little one.
A soul for the book. And he puts the gun down on the table.
He's staring at it intently.
It's not what it's what you wanted, is it not?
He's looking at it so closely. Make a persuasion check. With advantage. With
Can he
advantage.
be assisted? Can he? Oh,
No,
can he
with
be assisted?
advantage because you seem to be something of his liking.
Such good fucking roleplay, dude.
Nice.
Holy shit.
Eh.
I'm
Fuck me,
sweating.
I
I'm
was
saying
holding on to
nothing.
my ass for that one. With
Oh.
advantage? Oh my god, I got a nat 20 with advantage.
Eh.
Shit, yes.
Congrats!
You. I wish I could trade for you, but this I cannot simply pass up. And the shivers down my spine. I suppose I can make an accord for this. And he puts out
It was
his
riveting
hand.
to have this conversation with you.
He extends his hand. You can see the crackling lightning-based lines all around up and down its arm.
Oh, this sucks that I have to grab his hand, but fucking here I go.
So gross.
No, just grab his
I'll turn
finger.
into a fucking fireball.
Catatonic.
No, it turns into one of those little spheres with the lightning
You know what?
crackling
No,
all
that's
around
right.
it.
I could use play dead. If I use dead, I take half damage.
Yay!
Yay.
So you take his hand?
I take his hand and then play dead.
You take his hand as it feels like those light sparkle like feeling like static. Like when you get up off of your arm after it goes numb. And as he confirms, it's almost as if like magic and the universe itself even trades on this bond. And he releases your hand. The starbound tome for this beautiful piece. And he hands the book to you. I'll give you the card tomorrow.
And I hand the gun to him.
All right, and he takes it.
May your experiments be fruitful.
And may whatever desires you wish out of the starbound tome to be fruitful as well.
You know, closer to death, I wouldn't mind taking you up on something. But that is for another time, if I was given access to come back here again.
He looks at you curiously. Make a persuasion check. Just a straight persuasion check.
In the background, it's just reverse, like, holding Helena's leg for like just out of nervousness. Just
Not natural 20.
Yo, nice.
Okay.
squeeze the leg.
I never once got your name.
Lionel Middle.
Lionel Middle. He pulls out what looks like to be a piece of paper, and he scrawls something perfectly on it, and he hands it to you. It looks like a magic circle. Should you ever find yourself within the Feywilds looking for an ally, please, you are welcome to return.
Grand of you to see me as an ally, sir. I'd like to see that as well. Perhaps when I return, I will have more stories and more experiments for you.
He shows his wide grin, those electric blue eyes now beginning to expose. Well, I hope you on your way. And
I
the
bow.
doors, and the brass doors behind you guys slam open.
As we walk out,
And as you guys begin to walk out and walk down the stairs,
Helena has Isaac in front of her, by the way.
Okay.
Does the door close behind us?
The doors do close. And the front doors to his stronghold also open. So you guys step out into the Everstorm. The doors slam shut.
Lionel throws the fuck up and hits the floor. Ah!
And that is where we're gonna go ahead and end tonight's game, everyone.
Can I also just be right behind Lionel,
Oh my
just patting him on the
god!
back?
Yeah.
Oh my god, you guys! You were a step away! Oh!
Fucking Lionel the Archfey Whisperer. Oh!
Lionel made a friend.
Lionel did the impossible. Jesus Christ.
Oh my god, that was fucking some Speech 100 shit.
Heck yeah.
Right.
Well done.
Oh my god. You guys played into him so well. You played into him so well. Into the madness that was this Archfey.
I personally thought he was a chill dude.
All we had, the way I saw it, it was just like, all right, this guy obviously wants his experiment, so let's pinpoint what he wants out of an experiment. Let's give him let's pretend like we're gonna give him what he wants, but then subvert it, tell him that there's other ways you could go about it, and then give him what he wants in a different.
That's amazing. Holy.
Actually, here, I'm gonna actually give you the item now because I kind of want everyone to kind of know what it does.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Dude, what the
You have your
fuck?
first fragment of Primeval.
We wasted 600 gold pieces.
No, we didn't.
Now
Listen,
shut up. Now we have even more potions.
Yeah.
Now we have even more resistance potions.
And we have some fancy armor too.
I'm so happy that fucking was done with diplomacy. I'm so happy.
Yeah.
At the very end, we just like group hug, like holy.
At the very end of it, the door was closed and all of us just start screaming.
All right.
No,
so
everyone
Zito, go
leaves-
ahead and check the item.
Okay, everyone leaves the building, and then everyone catatonic faces except for Lionel.
No, he's screaming on the inside because his soul left his body.
Where did you put the?
D&D Beyond. It's in your equipment.
Could we say for the sake of the argument, like we travel and nighttime we just get together to listen to him, or
sure,
we prefer just
I mean,
teleportation. I'm sorry, I'm not seeing it. I apologize.
I put it in your equipment.
Let's try
I'm looking
refreshing.
at my equipment.
once
Yeah,
we're
I'm
in
refreshing.
once we're at a safe distance from scorpions and
The eyes of the scorpions.
Internal and external screaming.
All right.
I was
Here it is. I got it.
I
Here
was
we go.
so surprised that you guys that the gun was going to be the thing because he's so interested in souls.
I'm so glad
Yeah.
you didn't uncurse it. Like just
Uh-huh.
destroy it.
Made during the time of the Favel Mach, a mage of great renown inscribed his travels across the multiverse in a tome, a dark ebony leather-bound tome, as it sees shining specks across it like a night sky. The cover also has intricate arcane designs on it with 3 rings in the center. It's cool to the touch. When attuned to this item, you get a +1 to your spellcasting modifier and spell DC. This book has 3 charges. I could use 1 charge to cast any spell 1 level higher. The book regains its charges at the start of a new day.
There you
So
go.
I'm gonna attune the shit out of that right now.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
there you
deserve
go.
that after all that.
All right. So I'm so glad because now I didn't have to pull out everything.
Yeah.
Okay. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for stopping by. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. We'll be back next week, same time, same weekend day, and yeah, I'm excited to see how.
Time.
Yeah, I'm excited to see where you guys go. All right.
We'll be
Well,
used to it by then.
that being said, thank you everyone. See you next Sunday. Bye bye, everyone.
everybody.
See
Bye.
you.